Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we have an interesting kind of settlement system here. This is the wave spawner. So, we're not actually looking at it right now, but here it is. This is the wave spawner. This is this little device here. You want to craft this for yourself. You're going to want to go in here to your settlement menu. You have to be in a settlement, wherever your barriers are. You go to special, and then you're going to want to go, for me, here to the end, because I have a lot of modded stuff in here. But if you get down here towards the end, you will get to the wave spawner. It's at the very end because it's W in the alphabetical order. It requires 1 power, some steel, aluminum, copper. Nothing too complicated here. Right? I have this powered up here. I have a wind turbine here, giving me 3 power. It's all powered up. It's all wired up. As you see, there's some death and destruction already. I already have spawned in some of these waves and killed them just to test the mod out, make sure it works. So, what you want to do here, though, is you want to have some kind of switch in here. I have a switched power pylon in here. So you might want to put that in there in between too, because if you don't have a switch, it will permanently be on. If you just like hook it up straight up to the generator, it'll permanently be on and always be generating whatever you selected to generate. The switch allows you to kind of turn it off, which is important because, you know, otherwise it'll just infinitely spawn monsters. But this is an interesting, unique thing. I think it's really, really cool. I mean, just because there's essentially limitless possibilities here and high amounts of customization. Alright, so you want to turn the switch on, and then you can select whatever you're spawning in. So for animals, we have blowflies, blood bugs, dogs, mirelurks, and mole rats, rad roaches, rad stags, Yao and we have to pick one now. So we'll just show all these, one of them from each category off to give you guys an idea, but you guys get the systems. There are no new things in here. It's all vanilla creatures, and I'm sure you guys understand what these creatures are. So we can pick Mirelurk. We pick Mirelurk. So how many Mirelurks do you want to spawn? So incremental would imagine, so it's a wave spawner. It spawns waves of enemies, so every wave would be more and more. So like 1 in the first wave, 2 in the second wave, 3 in the first, third wave, or whatever. We're gonna pick spawn 1, and then there's a delay. You can pick relative, which would mean that like when the wave that you spawned dies, the new wave spawn. I figured that it works that way anyway, because like real quick, we'll select a minute. A Mirelurk's gonna spawn a Razor Claw because it's based on your level and stuff. So we'll kill it, and then another one will spawn even though I picked a minute. That's my experience with it. No, maybe we'll wait 1 minute. So that died, and then you know you can farm stuff with this. Obviously, you can get some Mirelurk meat. You can just infinitely do this for whatever you may be particularly looking for. I mean, I've spawned in gunners and stuff. We'll show more of this off later. I just want to show off. I guess it is gonna wait a minute, but we could just turn it off. And then you turn it back on, and then you can pick a new thing. So robots, same thing. Assaultron, Mr. Gutsies, Protectrons, or Sentry Bots. We'll do a Gutsy. We don't want to go anything too nuts. We can spawn 5 in at once, and we'll spawn every 10 seconds, which is going to get pretty nuts really quick. I am overpowered, though, so it should be okay. I just don't want to break my game too hard. Every 10 seconds. So another wave should have spawned in. Let's turn this off real quick so it doesn't spawn in anymore. We'll quickly... I know this is really loud. Apologies, headphone users. These guys are just shooting the shit out of me. I'm actually taking some damage too. Settler, you may not want to help with this. That's a lot of Mr. Gutsies, and you're not really prepared for this. But we'll just wreck these guys real quick. I got it. And obviously, you can XP farm with this too. So yeah, that was obviously very quick, very rapid rate for Mr. Gutsies. You could do Sentry Bots, you could do whatever. So enemies, so like this is like your Farragoul, glowing ones, your Raider, your Super Mutant, your Synth. We'll do Raiders in groups of 10, and we'll make it wait a minute because I want to not be overwhelmed. And then obviously the Raiders spawn in, and you have to shoot all the Raiders. Veterans and stuff. So it is based on your level. They'll spawn them in based on your level. We're just gonna stop it though. That gave you its Raiders. They showed up. We're gonna break my game here very quickly. Just based on how many bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. And obviously you can collect all this loot, collect all these weapons, collect all this armor. You can sell it, do whatever you want with it. I killed a behemoth here earlier too, so we'll get to that in a second. That I believe is just in here though, right? So we'll turn this back on. We can turn on gangs. So you can spawn in Brotherhood of Steel, and the Children of Adam, the Gunners, and the Triggermen. So Triggermen and Gunners, Children of Adam, I believe will all instantaneously be hostile. But if you say, for example, you spawn in the Brotherhood of Steel in power armor here, we spawn one of them every 10 seconds. They should spawn in and not automatically be hostile because the Brotherhood of Steel is not hostile to me in the game. So because I've selected the spawn rate, they should spawn in and they should just stand here and be friendly. I'm going to turn it off now. I think 2 is enough. But you can talk to them. They're totally chill.
Compassionate.
They're supposed to be in power armor. I'm pretty sure I selected the power armor version, but maybe that might be bugged or something. But I'm going to need their help anyway, because we're going to go to monsters, which is the big bad ones. We got Behemoths, Deathclaws, Mirelurquins, Brad Scorpions, and Stingwings. So if we want to spawn in one Mirelurquin in 1 minute, we'll spawn it, let it spawn! Ah, I don't like you. And then it dies. And then another one spawn, even though I clicked 1 minute. See, it said sometimes it hits relative irregardless. I've reached level 85. Cool shit. Can I switch this off? Okay, turn it off. Turn it the fuck off. Alright, holy shit. Holy shit. Look at these. Oh, look, there's a pistol here. That's a modded pistol that I was looking to cover, and it just happened to... Queen Mirelurk meat is obviously very valuable stuff, too. In terms of healing item. Brotherhood's still here. They're kicking it. They're going to kick it here forever. It's like essentially just extra settlement defense. But this is getting a little bit nuts, and I don't have any way to clear the bodies. I don't know if there's a mod that lets you do that, like just delete bodies, but these corpses are going to be here, right? Like I can't go into my crafting system and be like, let me delete the bodies. No, they're just going to be here. So, I imagine bodies eventually despawn. But it's wagging its tail. It's like, I'm alive. Just like break all apart, shoot it. I mean, obviously that gives you lots of XP, but if you're not ready for some of these fights, you're going to get fucked up pretty hard. So you could kill yourself, you can kill whole settlements. You could break your game doing these kinds of things. Obviously, essential characters will still live because they're essential, but they'll fight them infinitely. And you could die and get caught in death loops and all kinds of nasty things if you don't properly back up your saves, do those kinds of things. But it is a fun little cool thing. And I do appreciate it. It might be what I do here in the future as a way of showing off weapons and weapon mods and stuff, right? Where I just like spawn in a bunch of things and shoot them because it's easier than having to go to a specific location and find them. And you can just kind of do it, and you can spawn in whatever you want to kill. Say I want to kill ghouls with this pistol or the shotgun or whatever. Then I can show that off. As long as it doesn't get too broken. This is getting a little bit broken as it is. Maybe not spawning in so many big bodies would be a good idea. But you know, you can spawn in friendlies too. Like I said, if they're enemies, obviously the Brotherhood will attack you when they get spawned in as well. But yeah, it gives you gun training practice. You can do all kinds of things with it. You can use it to fuck with your settlers. You can just spawn in like 100 fucking ghouls and like press and look at this as the rest of your life forever. Just fight ghouls because it will infinitely spawn. And I imagine, because I'm on console here, it eventually will break your game. I mean, even on PC, your game will crash. So you should back up your saves a lot and save often and make sure you don't get super fucked with it. But I think it's a cool mod. I think it's really cool and really unique and interesting. And I'm having a lot of fun messing around with all the different things you can spawn in and shooting them, trying out different guns, doing all different types of things. So, if you guys are interested in having the wave spawner for your own game, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page so you can download it for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, I'd greatly appreciate a like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.